There we go. All right. We're back, ready to attack. So a lot more to do when it comes to our robot Boo. But we're making progress. I should be able to reset the cursor. Hello, Nammers. Welcome. Oh, it's not Shift N. Let's see. Shift C. C. There we go. Okay, let's reset the cursor. Hello, hello. How is your Friday going? It's late for you, right? Or late-ish? Closer to the evening. We're making good strides with our avatar here. A lot of things taken care of. Look at this terrible, terrible blend tree we've made so far. Not terrible, it's just big. A lot of blends. But getting things done. Good, going good. Slept in later than usual. Night owl. A night owl. That is what you are. We kind of switched it up on the camera here, moving it around. I can move it even further just so it stops picking up the window as much. It kind of blows out the view. Anyway. All right, we hit play. Here's the boy. It's looking pretty good for the most part. And we can do all this random stuff. Tail. Tail status is null. Why is it null? Tail 0, tail directional blend. Okay, I just want to state tail 0. Why is this? There. There. These little sliders always get messed up. That annoys me. Okay, back to play. We can check the tail. Tail should be good to go. We can toggle it off when it comes to the fizz bones. And we can move it around. So tail status, on, off, on, off. Yeah, well, nothing's moving because of the weight. Here, that's fine. That's fine, that's fine. Parallel extension. Leak detected. Weird. What are these funny sliders? Goofy sliders. Should be moving. Should be able to turn the tail on. On. Something's wrong. This is working before I went on break. Persistent 3. Something's wrong. Let me close this really quick, and we're going to open up CC. Hello, Kai. Welcome. Happy Friday. Welcome, welcome. How are you enjoying your face tracking? New SDK, manage. There's an update for VRC Fury. Awfully. Oh no. I'm sorry to hear that. Is it not setting up easily? Well, setup's fine, but to use full body, I have to be on battery. But I can't be plugged in at the same time because it only has one port. Interesting. Go Go Loco Legacy Prefabs. All right, Go Go Loco, go away. Something is really weird. Might have to find a USB split cable. USB C. See this cable? No, I guess the tail should be straight right now because the fizz bones are off. There will be no fizz bones at the start. Then I can toggle. Read the list. Tail status. There we go. Okay. Now it's working. Happy tail. All right. And the wings. Boom. Okay. Back on track. Things are working. Um, okay, so we got that working. We've got most of the toggles working. What we're going to do is we do have these two objects right on the mouth here. Rather than having them be parented to the jawbone or the lips, we're going to make another bone and parent it to the jaw. So it'll be like this. We'll put it right here, I think. And we'll call it CC Kazoo. And CC underscore Hungu. And we can turn on the main bones, parent this to the jaw, parent these both, keep offset. All right, then we can select here, tab, select this one, hit 0, and then select this one. Okay. And that's going to let us toggle all of those. Okay. so many toggles I can't even begin to describe. It's a lot of toggles. All right. Then now that we've done that, we can create a few more animations in our character. We already have the tongue. We just don't have any animation values for it. And now we can add the nice thing is I don't need my hand controllers for using the headset for some tasks. I can use my eyes or hand gestures. Oh, very cool. Interesting. Which headset are you using again? And then we need a whole new animation for 5XR Elite with full face track. I realized I had hand gestures. Like pinching gestures? Interesting. Very cool. All right, one more blend tree. Set to weight. And this one is the kazoo. Are these like, then if I stare at a button, it takes a second, but we'll click it. Fascinating. It's pretty cool. Are these like animations you're trying to do? These are setting up all the controls for toggling things on and off. So, yes. I prefer to use this. It's called the direct blend tree method. You can set up everything in an animator logic and stuff, but this is the simplest. This is by far the simplest method. You just put it on a scale of 1 to 0. Is it on or off? And like, definitely the simplest and fastest. And it is faster, not just in a process way, but also optimized way. And we got a kazoo. Drop that in. There. And this kazoo goes in right under heart. And we'll also move it on this list. That way they just match. You can toggle. Is there a plugin for that? No, there's a tutorial though, which I can link somewhere. I saved it somewhere on Twitter. Bookmarks. a while ago. Actually, let's Google it. VR chat direct blend trees. Perfect. So yeah, VRC library, combining layers using direct blend trees. So I'll copy that, paste it here. But yeah, toggling things off for VR chat. In this case, I'm just taking the bone that they're attached to. So I have a bone for each of these little objects, including the axe, and I'm going to scale it to 0. So that's my off state. It's just collapsing it into nothing, um, because I'm lazy and it's efficient. But the main reason I'm using bones instead of the shader, because I could use the UV tile discard to turn things off. But if the shader doesn't load, then that effect it doesn't work. So bones are easier. Hello, Thorn. Welcome. 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 Hello, Riz. Hello, Riz. Excuse me. Okay, so now we're going to take the kazoo. It's right there. Record. Go into the mouth. Zero that out. Duplicate. Set scale to 1. And kazoo. Kazoo. And then for the tongue, copy, paste, 1, 1, 1. Okay. So now when we hit play, there should basically be no objects. Oh, darn, we still have to do the tiers. How was lunch, Sam? It was good. It's good. Long. Definitely took a longer lunch. But tasty. I had it's like a soup with bread and hot sauce. Tasty. So now I have these sliders, which will represent my toggles. And I can turn on the tongue, turn off the tongue, turn on the kazoo. Wait, where's my kazoo? Ah, I did not give the kazoo the proper expression or parameter. Save. Right. Play one more time. Grilled cheese and tomato soup. How we doing, Sammy lad? We're doing well, Adam. Welcome. Welcome to the stream. Hello. Just take your time. But the grilled cheese and tomato soup sounds delicious. That's like exactly what the weather calls for right now. Doot, 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 doot. But we're setting up our mech dragon. So we're doing some of the final steps for actually getting him into VR chat, kind of polishing everything, getting everything set up. He's looking quite good. We still have the eyes to set up, expressions, but it's going pretty quick. Going pretty quick. So I think we'll be in VR probably in about 2 hours. T minus 2 hours. But I hope you've been doing well, Adam. What have you been up to? There's always supper. Just a supper. What am I doing? All those. And then I do have the expressions here. We just need to think really quick. Well, all the props I'm going to have as their own toggles. Sick this week, mainly recovering from high temperatures. I'm sorry to hear that. Well, I definitely hope you're feeling better, improved, um, getting some emergency and tea and all that jazz. Okay, so we got all those set up. But now I have to think about the expressions. It's the eyes. The eyes should toggle with the expressions. That makes sense. So I guess we're just working on facial expressions now. So we'll have all the vicemes, and then we'll have a variety of eyes you can turn on. So, I'm not in the state yet to work on 3D. Kind of pisses me off the fact that I can't think straight while I try to work. Just got to find something a little bit more intuitive, you know. Just go in with some sculpting, just push things around. Don't have to think, just find the fun in it. Or just recover and rest out. also, also a good call. Okay, let's start incorporating these into the um, actual controllers for the characters. So do that. FX layer. I would like to turn on all of these. Parameter. Yeah. Yes. Yes to all of these. I need a toggle for this. Ah, that filled it up. And that's because I now need to go to the expression list. And right here, animators, playable layers, VRC expressions, parameters, and bool, 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 bool. All these should be bools. There we go. Is there an upper limit to how big of a float value you can add? Upper threshold to float values? So much Unity stuff I need to learn. Hello, Axes. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Well, we'll learn it together. There's certainly a lot to it. Keep it bite-sized. But it's worth it. Sort of. Sometimes. Sometimes it pisses you off. Okay, there we go. And hello, Robo Riley. Welcome, welcome. Hello, hello. Welcome to the stream. And you made it. Welcome. Learning Unity and Blender is like learning a new language. It really is. New way to move, think, and feel. Also, float values do have limits based on the bit limit of the system. Interesting. Okay. There we go. All right, that's a lot of parameters. Actually, what did we end on parameter-wise? 83 out of 256. Okay, we're doing just fine. Just fine. All right. So, now we've got all the parameters set up. Oh man, the amount of submenus for this is going to be wild. So we got submenu, props, and just need to go down the list and add controls. All right. So these will all be toggles, and we'll call this the C card was a credit card. toggle. Also, float values do have limits, 3.4 times 10 to the 38. So numbers so big it really shouldn't matter. That is definitely a big number. Is the axe toggleable too, or are you going to do something fancy with that? There is a package, a prefab that I'd like to add, which allows nice weapon movement. They can like pass it hand to hand and stuff. It's quite cool, and I'll probably use that because I don't really want to make it from scratch. Really reminds me of the robotic digi evolution for the red dinosaur Digimon from that one series. Yes, I know what you're talking about, but can't recall the name of that series. It's something. Man, we were just looking at them. I think Era had a OC. What's the weapon prefab? I'll have to remember. I know generally what it's. Just like one of the main sword prefabs, weapon prefabs. Sorry, that's vague, but is it on Gumroad? I believe so. I believe it is Gumroad. Do I leave the eyes? The eyes are going to be their own thing, so we'll leave those alone. Come back to those. Skip this. Skip all the eyes, except for the sunglasses. And the two glasses. Which I do need to go back and optimize a little bit. And eyes, X, leave those ones as well. Heart, we don't need. Kazoo. And nope. Hard. Then the party items. Or no, this will be the party hat. That's really what it should be. And the pencil. These are all toggles and they have values. Toggles, values. Perfect. All right. So that was props 1. And then duplicate props 2. War Growlmon. Oh yeah, I see that. That's the one I was thinking of. Well, the base, one of the bases here. War Growlmon. He looks very threatening here, but not so threatening here. What is that? They kind of look alike. It's a Digimon. Greymon. Just in case, I probably shouldn't just be idly flipping through Google Images. What a big puppy. That's a lot of chickens. All right, so we finished off with the pencil. So the next one in line is sick cap. Toe. Honestly, it's a really cool design, except in 3D it looks kind of goofy. That's just how it goes sometimes. I do know Digimon, but never really watched the show or played the game. Same. I've only seen one of the movies, or 2 of the movies. But I don't think the movies really give you a lot of insight into what's going on. Like I think the Digimon is sort of similar to Pokemon. Oh, absolutely, absolutely. It's absolutely like they were trying to compete with it. Um, compete. They beat Pal Worlds to giving guns to Pokemon. Yeah. Power World is on a whole another level. Depends on how you measure. I mostly watched as a kid Tamers and Digital from the Digimon series. Pokegon. Have you ever watched Code Lyca? I feel like I need to go back and rewatch that. Or just catch it on the end of a channel every now and then. Oh, perfect. Well, that was like exactly enough. Oh. All right, so now we got all those. Then we need another sub menu. And this is sub menu wing controls. And this one will be wing toggle, which toggles, you guessed it, the wings. And then this one is wing radial bit. Or radio puppet, 2 S's puppet. There we go. Perfect. That will work. And then another sub menu, tail controls. Oh yeah, the devs of Pal World apparently announced that they would add an interface. Apparently, no one knows if they mean it for real or just as a joke. I feel like, regardless if they add it on purpose, the mod community is going in. Code Lyoko was awesome. I always catch only a couple episodes out of order, so it's hard to follow the plot. Say, I would always watch it and be like, "Man, this is interesting," but I definitely feel like I'm missing something. All right. There we go. So we got the wing controls, the tail controls, all the props. So we'll make go to the emotes menu. Lay down is fine. Emotes in here are gone. Perfect. Another cool show was Generator Rex. Kind of felt like a more grown-up version of Ben and as a kid. Interesting. Generator Rex. Emo! Emo! Interesting. I don't remember this one. I mean, they even have probably by the same director or something. Definitely the same art style or similar art style. Stuff. Why he kinda hmm? Why he kinda what? Hmm? 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 let's just add all the submenus right here. So we've got the props 1, props 2, submenu 1, submenu 2. Might bring up the crucifix if I mention anything. Yeah, both made by Man of Action for Cartoon Network. They even made a crossover episode. Oh, that's awesome. That's always fun to see. Wings. Submenu wings. Wing controls. And tail controls. Tail. All right, I think we have a good. We've pretty much made and filed everything into the character. At least like 85% of it. That was a lot of work. That was a lot of work, but we made it. Let me think. What is missing? There's a few niceties we could add, which is like for the signs and for the text here, and a few other objects. It would just be nice that when those were toggled, they replaced the some of the corresponding objects. El Rey Canyo, welcome back. Welcome back. Wu Tanto Temprano. Hello, welcome. I think what we'll do is we're going to make a layer called Xenopragon corresponding toggles. So what this will do, we don't actually need anything in here. We just need our empty, we'll make an empty animation clip. Which we'll call null. And we'll drop that in. This is our entry. And it will do nothing. And then we'll have these over here. Will be called when certain things happen. And English and para computadora. English for your computer? Here's where I start going cross again. Me too. The brain hurting begins. These ones aren't actually too bad. It's going to be very much a lack of logic in some sense. So basically, for example, when the is turned on, so we'll actually call this one text and all it does is when we pass through it, we drive the parameters, we set 2 other parameters. We'll actually add 3. Oh, just 2. Delete. So we'll set the text bruh and set the text thank to 0. So we turn them off. When is on, it turns these ones off, and then it exits out, and that's it. That's all it does. But we need all the text to do that. Text bruh. Actually, let me delete this really quick. Just copy paste. It'll be a little bit faster. Text. Bruh. Bruh. And we'll set text to 0 and text thank 0. So when that one happens, we go there. So you're just trying to make it so you set all the objects to the right toggle, make sure they can't overlap on each other. Yes, so the blend tree controls what happens when the parameter is on. But then these corresponding toggles I'm creating are allowing me to turn things off when certain things are on, which you can't quite do in a blend tree. Can't do it in a blend tree, but in this one, when the ah is on, I want other things to set themselves to 0. Just so the whoever's the client, the player doesn't have to turn on one and then turn off the other two. Question. I'm making my gloves in Blender and I apply scale to my glove, but when I do it, makes my glove mesh look inflated and take away all of my fine details. Any clue what's up? That is a good question. Can you, if you're in the Discord, can you send a before and after picture? If not, just let me know and I can send the Discord. If you can't, that's fine. I'll just think about it. Sounds to me you want to check what armatures or what modifiers you have on your mesh. Most likely one of those modifiers, like if you have a solidify modifier or even an armature modifier, could change how it's affecting your mesh once scale and transform is applied. And then we'll set this one to think. And then text. And 0, bam. Okay, so those work. So now it'll go through these, turn off the corresponding ones. Awesome. For the eyes, we won't have to worry because most of those will be tied to expressions. Have multi-res only. That could be kind of a tough issue. Lo siento. No need to say sorry. But potentially that could be difficult. I'm trying to think of how you get around that. But it's hard for me to know exactly what the issue is. Apply the scale. Glove looks inflated and takes away all of my details. I think you would have to apply your multi-res at the highest resolution. Apply your multi-res at the highest. Well, first make a backup copy of your file. Then put your multi-res to the highest resolution. Apply it. Then apply your scale. Then put the multi-res back on and scale it back down to your resolution. I think most likely when your scale is getting applied, it's breaking it. So you need to apply your modifier first, then apply the scale, and then put the modifier back on it. Thankfully, multi-res does have a bit of flexibility there. But wouldn't the highest multi-res might risk crashing the software? It certainly depends. It should be able to handle it. Even extremely dense meshes should be fine. It can handle sculptures, so. But always make a backup copy of your files before taking my advice. All right, so we'll do sign stop. And when we do sign stop, we want to set sign no swear to 0. And when we do sign no swear, censor, hopefully that is the trick. Otherwise, I'll need some pictures to know what's going on. Bam. Bam. Okay. So now we can go to these ones. And we're good to go. You are very visual. It is true. It is true. I'm all about being able to understand it with my eyes. Do you know your eyes are, compared to a lot of other things in your nervous system, your eyes are actually directly a part of your brain? Standard LLC is not liable for any blender crashes or CPU explosions. Anything else that ties together? We do have the little cards. Bam. So we've got the card, credit card. Our eyes are part of our brain. They're plugged in, directly connected to the optic nerve. Yeah, they're very much compared to some other. It's all relative, right? It's like everything is connected and part of your brain, in your body, but the eyes more so than most things. Credit card. Okay, so when the credit card's on, I want it to set the nope card to 0. And when the nope card is on, I want it to set the credit card to 0. Okay. Got to get that minimal distance for optimal visual input and rendering. No matter where we go, everybody is interconnected. Credit card and Reddit card, you can play with karma. Like how GPU is best put in the closet, the closest slot to the CPU on the motherboard. Exactly. Exactly. All right, let's add an emulator this time. And we'll remove the FX layer from our character. And this way we can test some more stuff. We don't need the OC this time, but we do need to say debugging this layer. Play. All right. So now we can click on the character. The gesture manager is still busted. My Reddit karma, 3K, something like that. Okay, that broke. So we need to turn it off and add it once we're in play mode. So get distracted. Tools, enable. Oh, huh. What a funny stance. Checking in once again. Hello, Diggy. Welcome. It is going well. It's going well. We're continuing our work on Dragon. We're just about to start testing some of these things like the tail controls, such as turning it off and on. And then we've got the puppet we can use. Nice. Then we've got wing controls, which we can turn off and on, and flap them, which look really cool. Then got a shit ton of props. Credit card, cup, sunglasses, teacher glasses, kazoo. It's got this nope card. The tongue is out. Tongue is out. Should not be out. Party hat, pencil, props. It's got this little sick cap. It's got a sign for swearing. Got a sign for a stop sign. That should have turned the other one off. some reason the tongue one is on to start with. He's ascending. He is ascending. Take me up. So tongue and the tears are still out. Tears and sweat. Love to add those, but the tongue should be in. Tongue off. Parameters. Oh no, the tongue is set to 1. Funnily enough, the wings were. I missed the wings. Okay, so now that should work just fine. Bro is so dripped out. He's got different glasses for each event. He is popping. Swag. A swag. Let's take all these. I don't know if I can actually use all these, but I'm going to hit debug and say no exit time, immediate transition. No fixed duration. There we go. And then back to normal. All right, and these won't happen as well because I didn't actually set up any sort of I guess I could just delete these because it'll go in here and do nothing but sides the avatar parameter. So you can just do this. This is fine. And then we need to set up the thing. So when credit card nope or nope is called, nope card is greater than 0.5, goes there. When credit card is greater than 0.5, when sensor is greater than 0.5, 0.5, when sign stop is greater than 0.5, and text is greater than 0.5, text bruh. Oh, so many things. 0.5. And text. No, text thank. Is greater than 5. Then it will go to these points. Save. Play. Powerful. Pigeon. Pigeon. And then we'll do tools. Enable the emulator. All right, looking pretty good. Still need to fix the tears, but now we should be able to see if everything else works. So when we go to Zen, expressions, props, tongue, that turns on, off, perfect. Text thank, text bruh. That should have turned off the other one. Can't tell if it's turning them off or not. Interesting. It starts it, but then it... Interesting. Let's turn off can transition to self. So I don't think it's fully entering the... is the robot huggable? Always. Important aspect of all robots. Huggy wuggies. Huh. Play. Oh, I'm in debug mode. This looks so weird. So many things to click, but that's okay. Props. Thank. Bruh. Ah. This takes way too long to play. It's a null. It's a null. What does it have to play? What is there for it to play? um what's here right now? Look at and we will go to here, take the null. Okay, we have the null. And we'll add an empty called null here. Select this, null, record, turn off null. Okay, and we can delete that. Awesome. And then remove the effects layer. And now it should actually be quick. The animation should have, it shouldn't be taking so long to get through that. Maybe I do need to hook them up to the exit here. Okay. Still taking a really long time. And I can turn them both on at the same time. I don't know. I only see one at a time. But I can't quite tell because they would cover each other up, but I don't see any clipping. But I see them both on right here. So that's no good. And if I go to parameters, text, they're both off. What? I think it's working. There's probably easier ones to tell. Let's try the signs again. So we'll go here, look on the boy. This time we'll do the signs. So if I turn on no swearing, we get that. If I turn on stop sign, that sure looks like they're working. Perfect. Okay. Awesome. Awesome is awesome. Zaza. I think the sparkles are too sparkly. What next? So we can clear this. I don't get the step sign and the other sign. So these are all pieces of emotes that the client has for their character. So if I go here, you can see all these different expressions. So all of these are pieces of the expression. Zaza is my favorite song by artist Diggy Mo. Your kingdom will go hard forever, Sam. And the Vikings said, "Yo, Odin, we're going hard." Yeah, so that's all that stuff. All these different items are part of the emotes, and so we're adding that. Or if you're saying you don't understand why they're turning off, so basically I've set it up so that when one of them's on, these little logic in here will turn the other off. So useful stuff. Okay, so that's all working nicely. Mac feet. Mm. Nice to understand why they were there. Thanks for explaining. Absolutely, absolutely. So now I think we need to bring in our weapon prefab. Library. Do I own this already? I think I do. Interactable sword system. No, that's something else. That one is a sword you can hand to other people, which is cool, but way more complicated. Way more complicated. Who did I use the sword for last time? I know I've set it up for a different avatar, but I can't remember who it was for. Um, let's search here. Sword. It's got to be this guy. VRC Fury. Sword in on system. So VR chat, sword, system. Interactable sword. That's not what I want. Or weapon system. Let's search on gun. Sorry, I'm keeping this off screen just because I'm searching for stuff and can never be quite sure what shows up. VR chat, sword, prefab. Folding blades. Yep, and I'm glad. Yeah. Um, uh, man, there was some thing I was using where you could throw it from hand to hand and stuff. Really cool. Uh, Understandable. I wouldn't even trust myself. My final form. A small rat. A small rat. Uh, hmm. Sword. Prefab. Hmm. Man, who was it that I was using that? I'm trying to think. Actually, I can just look at. This will be a little bit easier. To manager. Delson. It was Delson. Delson's avatar has a thing. But he's in a different project. Which is why I don't have it. Okay, so which Unity did I make that in? Probably this one. Okay, I'm gonna switch to webcam while we open this. Just in case. You never know. Shma. Shma. Oh. Is the webcam only so we know there's... Oh, I used to have it so that sometimes I would do a webcam only stream because I was working on stuff couldn't share. Oh. All right, loading up. We're just waiting on that to load. I had to reboot PC. What I missed? We're looking for a prefab, so I'm just waiting for Unity to open. But I'm opening a project I haven't opened in a while, so I'm just waiting to see to ensure that there's program. Look at this. I can do this. Little top nut. Oh. Can you do a side ponytail? No way in heck. There's just not. There's nothing there. I have a side ponytail on the side of your head. Come on, Unity. Let's go. Let's go, Unity. It has to be a magic power mess your hair and then it's just looking good going back to normal. It's a relative statement. It's a relative statement. There we go. It's all a matter of perspective. My family's usually giving me shit for messy hair. Sometimes you piss your pants. Don't do that. No more. No more people. No more. No. No. What? When will Unity open? I would like it to open. It says it's already open. I don't believe you. It does need to open up. I'm upset. Angry. Holy shit. Unity. Just open. Just open. Can you do the goofy hand thing? All right, perfect. Good to go. Alrighty. So we're going to look at Delson. Where is Delson? I thought he was in here. I have too many projects. Which Unity project is he in? Oh Lord. Let's just go here. Unity Delson. I guess this is the wrong project. Cam is kind of off. Yeah, but if I put it here, it sees the window and then it does darkens. But it's a little more high contrast. Do it this way. We'll go to Unity. Unity Avatar CC 2023. No, not there. Avatar new SDK. I really need to name my projects better. Holy crap. This is the one I'm in right now, but I don't see it. Ah, gotcha. How much storage do I have on my PC? I have like a terabyte hard drive, so not a significant amount left. Significant. I think it's Delson with the sword, but no, I'm not so sure. I'm not so sure. Dual wield system. This is it. Here we go. This is it right here. Dual wield system. Okay, so that's what it's called. Dual wield system. VR chat. Is a terabyte enough for you for now? For now. Hey, there we go. And check it out. It's Lindy. I think this is it. Yeah. All right. Did I have it somewhere? That should work. All right. There we go. Download. VR developer making sword game that this hard. It's hard to swap hands some friend and plays VRC dual wielding. You're not wrong. You are not wrong. Can you post link in chat? Yes, I can. Sorry, it's that. Why is it so hard to? Oh, and bam! There you go. Okay, so it should be pretty straightforward to set up. Hopefully. So we're going to go to Novo 2024 resources, and we'll call this VR chat assets. Drop this right in here. What? Right there. Thank you. And extract here. Boom. Okay. I need to clear out the Azalea package completely. Import. How's the public transportation system look in the U.S.? Maybe Austin. We have like 24-hour buses, and they're like $1.50, something like that. They don't go everywhere. There's not a lot of sidewalks here in Texas, or anywhere in the United States, really. I mean, it's very spacious here, so not a lot of people are looking to walk. I feel like the only not car-based city might be NYC. It depends. If you live in a small enough town, it's not a concern. So you're either in a really big city and has public transportation infrastructure, or you live in a small city and you can just walk everywhere. Where I grew up, and you could walk in the whole town pretty easily. Okay, so let's watch the video.
Hi there, this is the install guide for the dual assistive version 3. Few updates have been made and this is our guide. Especially when I ensure you have Avatar Frequent Management installed in your project, you can do so through VCC. Then you want to drag in the new prefab. Just click Import. When it's imported, you have new folder for Blue. Open it. And here we have two prefabs. This is a sword and a knife. For this showcase, we'll put both on the avatar. So just drag them up into the avatar entirely. So, do that for both of them. You want to right click it, unpack, recomplete. I do find it's best to scale it. So, if you can scale it, you can select either or both of them and use the scale tool to scale them up and down to the size. Now, the assets may not appear in the hand of your avatar, that's fine. It will be moved by site. Let's go for the menu first. The knife, we have a few things here that we want to put on the armature. So, put the avatar's armature. all the way up to both hands. These can also be reversed. You wanna take the equipment knife on the right hand, the equipment L knife on the left hand, and then there's two equip points. These can be put anywhere in the avatar, but by default, I for example I put body one on the left forearm and the other one on the hip. Now again, these can be anywhere. We'll do the same with the sword as well. Hand R on right hand, L on left hand, and equip points anywhere, but for me, equip body one, I want to put my hip, and the other one on my chest, and over my back. Okay. Now we want to place them correctly on the avatar. So you want to just go for the knife first, so and click continue. You want to see we have handle currently selected, and we tell that by this one here.
All right. So, prefabs. Got the sword system. That's what we'll use for this. Drop it here. Unpack prefab. Unpack completely. All right. We can drop this into the character. And we can take our sword. Sorry, I think I'd rather have it written out. Oh, I don't really want to watch a video, but that's okay. Because I lose track.
So, as this may not be in the hand of your avatar, also be reversed. Up to both the knife, we have a few things here that we want to put on the armature. So open your avatar's armature, all the way up to both hands. These can also be reversed. You wanna take the equip hand knife.
Okay. So equip hand, and those go to the hands. Easy enough. So equip hand R and equip hand L. Perfect. Them right there. Awesome. Save that. Then
On the right hand, the equip hand L knife on the left hand, and then there's two equip points. These can be put anywhere in the avatar, but by default, I for example want I equip body one on the left forearm.
okay, equip body 1, the sword. This one we'll put on the spine 3. So it'd be up by the body here. That might be too far away. That'll be interesting. And then equip sword 2 we'll put on the waist. Spine or root X. And we'll put this here at the hip, I guess.
And the hip. Now, again, these any. We'll do the same with the sword as well. We'll move it to with your avatar's hand. It'll bring us. See, we have hello currently selected.
Okay, so we want to go to the container here and then tell it which one to be on. So in this case, it's already in the right hand. But before we do that, what we'll actually do is take our axe and we're going to give this a parent constraint. And we're going to set it onto the container. That way. And then I actually want to delete the sword itself. Or put object here. Okay, maybe we'll have it target that spot. Put object here. Or no, we can be a little bit better than that. Create an empty, which we'll call axe target. This is what we'll send the axe. And that way I can flip this around. And then we can move the equipment around. Something like that. Maybe a little bit further out. Nice. Okay, and then back to the container. Switch it to reverse hand. Pretty cool. Zero. Hand L sword. Which we will take the hand L, rotate it around. That should be pretty good. Okay. I'm going to go. It's 11:20 p.m. and I'm kind of tired right now. I'll tune in maybe tomorrow. If not, I'm not at work. See me Monday. Tune in to your stream. Until then, take care and stay hydrated. I will enjoy your rest of your Friday, your evening, and your weekend, Thorn. I should be. I don't want to commit to being around tomorrow, but there's a good chance I'll stream tomorrow. So potentially we'll see you then. But either way, enjoy your weekend. Definitely see you Monday. Definitely be back Monday. Hey. Okay, axe is in the right spot.
Tell that by this one. So click this. It'll bring us to the hierarchy thing where it is pointed to the map. And now you can use move to move it to with your avatar. Click and on here. Put a 1 there. And a 0 here. Should move to the other side. If I click here, it'll select the time. Done. Use the move tool and move it to place in the avatar's Mine looks fine as this. We'll leave it like that. We can also go put it on here. This is from the vertical. Now this should look like that.
Gotcha. For the container, when I did the reverse one earlier, I just did the wrong thing. to adjust this one.
Default. But if it doesn't, you can click here and also move that to the places. And you can do that thing with the other. I'm gonna put a number 1 here under equipment 1. And yeah, we're gonna click equipment 1 right here. It'll take us to the position. And for me, it was on my 4. So, of course, I want to move it to where it is.
So I pretty much need to check every single one of these in the container. This is the body equipped for the axe. I don't know the best way to equip this because I didn't quite have that in mind when I made the character. That's okay. I don't know if I like that at all. So I'm going to have it as, and if we can just have it toggle off when we're not using it, then I would prefer to do that. But we'll leave it there for now. We'll have a better idea of how this behaves once I actually get to using it soon enough. It's huge. It's just gigantic. It's funny. Where can you put this? I think it has to be kind of like that. I don't think anything else really makes any logical sense. Okay. It's got a little kazoo hat. All right. And then back to the container. I don't know what that means. So we'll leave it alone. Let's go back.
And finally, one more. Everybody to if I can be anyone. I go for the straight item. The sword is already in right hand, so that's something text. You can check. Alright, you drag in the avatar. Now you want merge. Okay. Now the tire. Want to click again? That's fine. Click again, and finally check the shoulder position on the back. Now the contact for this one's a little larger, just so it's easier to grab. If the contact is too large or too small, you can just open up here, find the receiver, and you can change the radius of the
This needs to be way bigger.
And finally, when that's done, you can hide the world here.
So I think what I'll want to do is make a we'll test it.
Now you want to merge via VR Maps, Avatar Component Manager, drag in the avatar, open FX, add animator to merge. You want to add either the right default or right default.
I'm going to use VRC Fury for that. I don't want to have to do it every time. So we will just simply add VRC Fury. Animator. Fix right defaults, blah, blah, blah. These are separate now. We'll merge the given controller / menu / parameters into the avatar during the upload process. Yes, that is what I want. That's a lot of VRC Fury stuff. Yeah, I think they added something recently because that changed. Looks different.
If you don't know what your avatar uses, you can click the avatar in your view, go to FX, and then you can click on one of your avatar's gesture layers or any other layer. Click some random box, and you can check if right default is checked on or off. For me, it's on, so I will merge the right defaults on version. Scroll down, merge on current. Click here, parameters, scroll down, and I want to merge both sort parameters and knife parameters. If you only use one of them, you only have to merge the respective one. You can have both apps on there. And the final thing to do is add the menu tools. Open your avatar's menu by clicking avatar and going into expressions menu. You want to find the place the avatar control. I want to remind you to get accessories submenu. Click here and add control, two controls, two buttons. The first one will call sort. The second one will call knife. I'm gonna make it top. I'm gonna give them an icon. Sword. Just give it the same. Parameter here is object toggle sword. Parameter here is object toggle knife. Okay, you can now upload the other. Hold up.
Object toggle sword. This one I will just add manually. object toggle X, and that will adjust the parameter. Object toggle X or sword. Even though it's sword here, we know it doesn't matter. Okay.
So in case you want to switch the model of each of the prefabs, here's how you do it. Just unhide the prefabs. I'm gonna make the pin hand and make sort of pin hand as well. So, and let's see here. In my case, I have a couple of models. I have a fork. So let's first switch the knife. We can go here. Oh, that's sorry. We can go here, and we see knife one here. We just hide this one down, and we want to put in a new one. Base, scale it down.
It's ginormous. Biggest fork.
And what we want to do is we want to place it in pretty much the exact same location as where the print is.
Okay, that's fine.
And this is
So all we need to do then is go to our sword system, world container, and delete the sword model. Now that's a fork. Now that guy forks. I need to apologize for that.
pretty much perfect. Let's create the material for it real quick. So we get some.
It definitely forks. All right.
Various details load restraint. These little white balls. This is where it will be effective. If you click grandfather those, it will can just here. Let's smooth. If the handle context don't grant back, for this showcase, we'll put all of them in the avatar switch. Drag them up into the avatar on the hierarchy. So, do that for both of them.
Oh, I just restarted. I was like,
hi there. This is the install guide for the types of subscriber and equivalent of the
all right, so we should be good. Is this less complicated than it looks? It's less complicated than if I made it on its own. That's for sure. Yeah, I could make a simple grabbable object. Best to use something someone else has made, because getting into animators and adjusting constraints and that is just a nightmare. And I really hope VR Chat does come out with some item system eventually to replace this stuff, because it feels like a hack. It feels like it's not meant to work this way. All right. Did you use this kind of thing for the detachable head? No. That one I made from scratch. Yeah, that was tough. That was really tough. Did not enjoy that. Okay. So I think we're good. I think we can just go ahead and hit play and jump into testing. Okay, like the broken mix, autofix. Then we'll do tools. Enable. He's still standing very funny, which I'm a little worried about. But if we go to character, and I wanted to turn on the object toggle, I must have left it as a button. Um, if you have another com with a detachable head, would you still make it from scratch or use something like this lull? I don't see many. I would have to make it from scratch, most likely, because they're just for weapons. You can rely on stuff other people have made most of the time. For something like this, I don't think you could. Um, for some for a detachable head, I don't think you could because there's not like a standard way. The head could be very different. Most likely, you'd have to make it from scratch. If you ever do something like that, please feel free to reach out because there are some major problems with things that attach to your head. It's a very specific problem. Yeah, a lot of the problems I ran into that was like setting up the toggles and stuff. That was tough, but it was okay. What really, really was super difficult was what you attach to the head. Certain things get turned off from your perspective. So, like, it's really hard to actually make a hat that's attached to the head. And you have to pull off. Anyway, it gets stupidly silly. Almost feels like they don't want you too low. Feels like you really got to go around the long way to get some custom things done. Yes, they are definitely putting in constraints. They just need to allow people to. They need to have some sort of Udon avatar system. I don't know what that would be, but I'm really tired of just being stuck with avatar dynamics. Um, Real tired of it. And Resonite looks so tempting because you can just do whatever the frick you want. Avatar scripting would be OP. Absolutely, I want it. We should check out a Resonite sometime. They have a script in Unity to make things visible in first person instead of calling. Gotcha. I feel like that was added somewhat recently. I'm not entirely sure about that though, because I made the head about 2 years ago now. Mm. Axe no toggly. What would I be expecting to happen there when I turn that on? I would be expecting to have this axe move. Ah, but that would mean putting the object in here so it would toggle with it. If I look at the parameters that we're messing around with, are there any that so it should be easier to detach stuff now in that regard. I believe so. I believe so. I haven't actually looked at that too closely, but yes, it's something they've identified as an issue. In theory, it should. Okay, so now I need to get the full controller parameters that we added here. Network sync sort, object toggle sort. These are the only parameters? Interesting. Um, okay. Apparently, it's useful for making nodes visible from first person so you can know when getting booped. My snoot has been booped. Okay, I'm running out of steam. I feel like it's like I really want to figure this out, but I can feel my brain slowing down. I think what we'll do. Perfect. So I can still scale this to turn it off. So I still want a little something to be able to turn the axe off along with the other items. So we need to make an animation for the axe to turn off. Because what I'm thinking is that instead of we're actually going to include the signs with the weapons. You'll be able to move the signs around too in the same way. Might as well. I gotta find them to post about. I'll send you a Discord later. Thank you. That'd be awesome. I've got a Toonie rubber hose type model. It's in my list, and I'm interested in detachable stuff and things like that. I'm glad they're making it easier. That would be great. That would be great. All right, Xenopragon. Prop axe 0. Then we create a blend tree. Xenopragon prop axe. We can empty it out and add the animation clip here. Go to our main blend tree. Add blend tree axe. Move it up top. It should be controlled by weight, really, but for some reason I don't have access to it here. It means I have to go to the animator here, click FX layer, go into oops, and click X should be weight. All right. Then we still need a parameter here, which is float Xenopragon /x, which will move up to the top as well. Okay, and this is what will control the blend tree, obviously. All right. Then we need to go to our corresponding toggles. And what we'll do is make an axe enabled or just axe. Yeah, that'll work. Okay. Add, set. When the axe is on, turn off the sign. In fact, let's take the signs here and move those up, because all of these will be in the same spot, the signs and the axe. So the sign's on, also want it to set the axe to 0. here in the axe, set the signs to 0. So that way, you can flip the signs around and smack people with the signs too. Which would be fun. Okay. That's so much to do. Bonk, bonk. All right, so for these, we have this set up. So when the axe is greater than 0.5, it goes here and it turns on these ones. Turns off the other ones. Same with the other ones. They all turn each other off when needed. When you detach the head, does the camera move with the detached head or does the view stay in place? So how it actually worked was that I was just turned off the head completely from everyone else's view, and then a duplicate head would appear in your hand. Bit of a sleight of hand, so to speak. Sleight of head. Now I'll take the manager, take this, FX, and we need the axe. Here, sync those as well. Sleight of head nods. 8 nods. I think we just got to get in VR and see how the character's acting before we do anything else, because I could sit here and try to think of how everything's working, but I feel like I just need to know what's breaking and what feels right in VR. So that's what we'll do. Got an FBX right here. That looks good. Builder is mad about the vertex count. That's okay. Gotta add that obvious, obnoxious dropping metal sound whenever you hit someone with the sign, the Half Life sound. Dun, 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 dun. La, 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 la. All right. Uploading when we get the headset ready. Headset acquired. Oh! What? Headset low. Drive pad plugged in though. Oh, it's full battery. I was like, what the fuck? What is happening? Excited to see him move. Me too. Chucked it in Gen Chat. Threw it right on. Having a wireless headset looks so convenient. I still got an old Rift. It is nice. It is nice. Quest 2s shouldn't be too pricey these days. Should be pretty reasonable. But it's interesting because all the hardware you build up with your VR ecosystems. Well, I have all the lighthouses, and it's like, what's the best solution? Hard to say. I'm still now I'm in frame. Here we go. I'm gonna hit. Okay, over. Let me go back, make some hand animations for him. 133. What? Where's my boy? Did it fail? The upload fail? Or not finish? Failed to upload file. All right, well, let's quit VR chat. I do hate having so many things. I just get this like claustrophobic feel after a while in VR sometimes, and it's like, Steam VR is covering the game. Get out of here, Steam VR. That's okay. We need to re-upload it because it failed on the upload process. Mech is too chunk. Too chunka wonka. All right, well, let's wait. I'm gonna wait till I know for sure it's upload. It does that sometimes. It's like I would say 20% of the time the uploading fails. I believe. I believe. There we go. Okay. Now it works. In we go. I want to get a custom faceplate for my headset. That'd be baller. Like some horns or like teeth or something scary looking front. I don't even know if you'll see me actually. Yeah, right here. I see you. Mad scientist goggles. Exactly. Big googly eyes. Okay, in we go. Well, this don't feel right. Stuck in the head? I guess I'm in the head. Interesting. Having some height issues. Okay. Can't really test when I can't see, so let's hop right back out. Wearing my old glasses, my VR glasses, hurts my brain. All right, so let's take a look here. So for our character, we cannot see through the eyes. Why is that? Let's go into our FBX rig and just see what the bone configuration actually looks like. So for the head, we do have the head bone, but it looks like that in the T pose. That's certainly not what we'd like. So the problem is that it's straightening out the neck and head. We were the brain. You are a brain. Those are all assigned properly, so I think what we actually need to do is adjust the skeleton correctly. Yeah, that neck offset is probably the culprit. Also, the hip bones should not be offset like this. So, good changes needed. Let's go ahead and go rig, edit reference bones. Take these, this, and let's kind of scale it in. Interesting. I don't know how well this is going to work actually. I think I need to do something like that. Oh, tricky. Tricky. Gamer neck. Maybe I should try that component we were just talking about. Okay, export. We got FBX, configure, pose, reset, sample, enforce. Oh, that's much better. Okay. That looks a lot better. I hope it's better. Let's also check our view. So much shit in the way, but kind of scoot it forward a little bit. And I think a good way to test would just be to hop in the emulator one more time and see if he's doing that weird. What looked better about it? The pose. So in the FBX, when you're checking that rig configuration, it will basically Unity creates an internal T pose. Even if your character is not in a T pose, Unity will create a T pose for it. And the T pose that we see now was a bit better. The one before, the head was kind of like rolled back. So this one looks a little bit better. And we can see it snap to it when I add the emulator. So the head's straight now, but the feet are still doing that. Funny. Also, I never got rid of the teardrops, so let's add that one. We're going to start making a big list of stuff for Zine. So we got the tears / sweat. We've got the he on his tippies. Weird standing pose. Let's actually check the FBX file one more time. The feet look pretty good here. I don't quite know why it's so different, but that looks just fine to me. Foot, toes. Foot, toes. Yeah. That's as I would expect it to be. So I guess we'll test that in VR one more time to figure that out. Let's get the animations for the tears and sweat taken care of now. Well, no, they should be part of the expressions, so we will wait on that. We will wait on that because we want to save the expressions for very last because it really slows down the testing. So now we'll just upload. Is the height off or something? It's like he's being pulled up by his head. Your skeleton in Unity wants to straighten out. It wants a straight spine. So the straighter you can make it internally, the better, because it's gonna try to make that vertical. Sometimes you just kind of mitigate it because you have to make a decision between like what should it feel like to be in there versus what posture you want your character to have, if that makes sense. All right, one more time. Build in publish. No, we just did that. Let's hop in again. That was much faster build time. Much faster. Ideally, your character has a perfectly straight spine in terms of, so there's no difference between your Blender version and your Unity version. But I don't know the best way to do that. Because I really would, I want some characters have slouches, etc. So finding how that works be a little troublesome. All right. Still in the head. Okay. So we'll need to take a look at those bones. Hands look good though. Everything looks really, really good. Clean. Good. Axe is down there. We don't want. What is it getting stuck on? Oh, I can't. Interesting. What triggers the grab? It's also the waist. It's not tracking my hand very well. I think I need to reset the constraints I added to the arms. Yeah, I'm like right in his mouth. See, they don't go any higher. Higher and higher. Interesting. Actually, let me go in here. Interesting. Arm span. Feels so small now. Or he feels small. I feel big. He's got the arms are very long. I may need to shorten the arms relative to the body. All right. It looks awesome. Thank you. Thank you. It is definitely a Friday. I can feel my energy levels decreasing. Weird standing pose. I didn't notice anything about his feet there, but I actually didn't look. Fine. So potentially fine. Um, arms are constrained. And that is in our FBX settings here. We did all that work on getting these muscle settings correct. I'm going to reset that. Positioning on the face is still off. Let's look at that component that Axes was mentioning. So should be some new components here. 23.4.2. This must be very new because I don't see it at all. Okay, so guess we can't use that. I don't really know what to do then. Like I can just keep moving shit around here. And hoping for the best. I'm gonna make the head bone a lot bigger. Maybe that will call more stuff. Kind of straighten it out a little bit too. Okay, export one more time. All right, save. Bada boom. And of course, reset our rig as we made changes to the bones, suppose. And this one might be easier to see. Oh, interesting. Okay, fascinating. There was a big gap between them that time. But this one looked a bit better, so. It sucks that the only way I can really know is publishing it. All right, back into VR. Testing sucks. Everything else is great. Testing is the worst. Much better. Okay. So much better. Perfect. Nice. All right. That's feeling good. I'm spinning. Nice. Axe is in a weird spot, but that's okay. Definitely need to update all our finger animations. But nice. Okay. This feels correct. Good. Bum, bum, bum. Wings look good. And we have so many little toggles to go through here. Turn off the tail, turn on the tail. We can whip it around. Tail. Say hi, tail. Oh, hello. Got the wings. Toggle them on and off. Flap them. I believe I can leave them there too, which is pretty cool. And yeah, the legs look fine. Okay, interesting. A little sick cap. I need to put some shading on that. No wearing sign. Stop sign. Perfect. Sleepy cap. The sick cap and the sleepy cap should turn each other off. Bruh. Think. Perfect. Credit card. Top should be included with the items and that toggle. And the teacher glasses should toggle each other. Kazoo. Nice. Party hat. Nice. Pencil. All right. Things are looking good. Things are looking good. Okay. That's a relief getting the face to fixed. Now I'd love to grab the axe. Can't remember where it is. Doesn't seem like the sword is working. I really like how the hands look, though. Some rigging issues or some weight painting issues. The hands look really kind of cute. All right. Big progress. Time to exit this. Oh, no more nose and face. Let's pop off. Oh, eyeballs. I couldn't tell. Did the actual nose pop off? Or are you talking about the view? All right. Whew. Okay. So arms are constrained. We fixed the arm constraints. The view. Okay, perfect. Good. Standing pose also fixed in VR at least. We need to make expressions. And then the sword is not working. Sword question mark. One option for the sword is actually to not have it be part of the body and just make it a static object. And that'd be a lot simpler. Bit of a bummer. And it makes me think about how I should have my signs as well. That's a small change though. But I think something else is broken. So sword. Wouldn't that affect the ranking a lot? Unfortunately, we're already at very poor. With this avatar, just all the extra items and stuff, we've already pushed into that territory. So, but actually, static, if they're just mesh renderers, not skinned mesh renderers, so skinned mesh renderers are the ones that attach to skeletons, but if it's just a mesh renderer, it's actually a lot more efficient. So, if you look at the performance docs here, so yeah, basic meshes. Even for medium, you can have 16 basic meshes and 8 skinned meshes. So the amount is fine, but in terms of polygon count, we're already kind of out of them. we're quite a bit over, 15,000 over, which is a surprising amount. I feel like my character is a little bit more optimized than that, but I guess I'm not 100% sure where all that geometry could be. Skinned, skinned means attached to a skeleton. Basic means it's not skinned and it cannot deform. So it's not attached to a bone anyway. You can't bend it with a bone. It's just it always stays that shape always. Basically, you could do some shader magic, but that's kind of a different thing. All right, so sword busted. So like flowing text would probably work pretty well. Yeah, but more like environments, boxes, props, things that you don't expect to need a skeleton for. So for example, for the axe, what we'll do is we will actually remove it from the character. And actually, before I do that, let's make a backup copy. I'll say pre-object separation. Not actually. Before I even do that, though, I haven't got the sword logic working at all. So I wonder if I'm messing up on something else when it comes to the sword.
This is the install guide for the duelist system version 3. Few updates have been made and this isn't your guide. First, you want to ensure you have Avatar 3.0 Manager installed in your project. You can do so through VCC. Then you want to put left hand position. Like this, it'll take us to it. Move it, rotate it until it hits your hands, like so. Hold control. If you don't know what you on the back. The contact for this one's a little larger, just so it's easy to grab. If the contact is too large for you as well, you can just open up here, find the receiver, and you can change the radius of the receivers. And finally, when that's done, you can hide those restrictions. Now you want to merge via maps, Avatar Group Manager, drag in the avatar, open FX, add animator to merge. You want to add either the right click on or right click Alt Control. If you don't know what your avatar uses, you can click the avatar value, go to FX, So I will merge the right equals on version. Scroll down, merge on current. Click here, parameters, scroll down, and I will merge both sort parameters and knife parameters. If you only use one of them, you only have to merge the respective one. You can now close the avatar menu. And the final thing to do is add the menu tools. Open your avatar's menu by clicking avatar and going here to expressions menu. You want to find a place to add a control. I want to add mine in the hand accessories submenu. I'm going to click here and add control. Two controls because it's two buttons. The first one we'll call sword. The second one we'll call knife. We're going to make them toggle. I'm going to give them an icon. Sword. We'll just give this a symbol tool. Parameter here is object toggle sword. The parameter here is object toggle knife. Okay.
Okay. I will have to stop the stream soon. I want to keep working, but I can tell my ability to concentrate is compromised. So I don't think we'll be able to wrap up absolutely everything today. Probably will carry into tomorrow. That's okay. I'm getting a lot of errors right here. But I did build a bunch of stuff, so. We're going to take one more pass at the swords logic and go from there. Oh, no wonder it's not working. I added it to my menu, but I didn't add it to my parameters. No shit. Oh, wait, no. Take that back. I should be adding it right here with the sword parameter object. These should be getting added. Object toggle sword. And they should be getting included in the animator. Oh, sorry. 1 second, y'all. Sorry, someone just dropped a package off. Okay, so they should be getting added by VRC parameters. Right there. Object toggle sword. Just what we want. Okay, here we go. These paths are animated in the controller, but not found in your avatar. Thus, they won't do anything. You need to use binding rewrite rules in the advanced settings to fix them if your avatar's objects are in a different location. These paths are animated in the controller, but not found in your avatar. Knife system. Knife system. Okay. Wait. Object toggle knife. But I don't want to use a knife. I want to use a sword. Doesn't matter. Animations, knife, animations, sword. Feels like there should be two. Do I have to use both of them? Oh. That's probably what it is. That looks complex. Yes. It's very obtuse. I would assume that I could get away with just one, though. It's fine with me. We're missing the knife side of things, so be it. But also, hello, Evan. Probably about to end the stream. My ability to focus is draining quickly. Let's see. VR tools, VR chat, or VRC Fury. Whatever. Looks like one of those boards where they're connecting the clues with red string. Charlie Day meme. Okay. Let's hit play and just see if it compiles together and what happens specifically. If I go to tools, enable this. Perfect. Yeah, it's got much better posture now. He's actually standing up for himself. And I toggle that. But I can't see the FX. There we go. Okay. So Lena Prygon. Oh, and then my gesture's fucking gone, of course. That's fine. Blend tree, fine. Corresponding toggles, they're at 0. This system off. What takes me out of this system is local. That's all fine. VF60 object toggle knife. So if I set but my okay, so we're gonna go ahead and get rid of the parameters here because these don't seem to be getting added on. So instead we'll add them manually. go into our avatar manager, drag this here. Expressions to merge. Right, it's in the. Oh, okay, struggling. Sword parameter here. Okay, so I have it here. Object toggle sword, and we'll add it here too. It should be a bool. Object toggle sword. I definitely spelled that wrong because I can't see it. Because Unity is bad. Object toggle sword. Sword. There you go. Object toggle sword. Bam. Then network sync sword, which is an int. Network sync sword. All right. Then we'll go to the parameters on our character here. So many parameters. Holy moly. Down. Object toggle sword is a bool. And I'm going to say that they're both synced. Save. Okay. Let's try one more time to play and see if we can get the swords to do anything. Tools, enable. Now if I click my boy, I want to go again, debug FX layer, please. Does it get rid of my parameters? Okay. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to get rid of the VRC Fury. And we're just going to do exactly what was asked of us at the start. We go to the manager. We're going to go to our dual wield system. And we're going to take this character and add this animator to merge. Merge on current. Then definitely have those bools in there. Do we have them in our FX layer? See, I swear I've added it multiple times. I think what I was doing, this is what was actually happening and why I'm so confused. When I use the emulator, it creates a duplicate animator. And so I kept adding the parameters I wanted to that duplicate, which doesn't exist. So I was just fucking, the animator was holding on to a version of this that doesn't exist. That's stupid. All right, let's add the descriptor back. Let's go and get our. That has to have been what was happening. No, but I see it here. But again, it's not there. It's in here. We need it. Boom. Bool. Object. Sword. Object. Toggle sword. I'm pretty sure that's it. Object. Toggle sword. Network. Sync. Sword. Bada boom. Now I click them. Shit. I must understand how that happened. Just in case, I'm going to delete that or remove that. Label layers, remove, remove. There's only the FX layer now. Back here. Ay, ay, ay. Brain's turning off very slowly. Maybe not so slowly. Parameter. All right. Mind melting. Okay. So delete that, go back to parameters. And I messed up because I added those by hand. If I hadn't added those by hand, it would have been fine. So add in the descriptor again, go to the FX layer, add in the animator we want to merge, this one. Merge on current. Now we've added it. There's no duplicate parameters. Ay, ay, ay. All right. So now do I fry. Fry. Here we go. Jeez, that took so long. We made it though. We made it. Holy crap, y'all. That was awful, but we actually did it. Okay. Now we can do something fun, which is we go to the blend tree for the axe. Instead of having it be controlled, it was a team effort. We did it. We did it. We did it, y'all. Oh. So the problem there was I was stupid and I didn't follow the directions exactly as the video directed me to. Don't do that. Don't be like me, guys. When someone, when the creator of the item you're using tells you to do it a certain way, do it that way. Oh, okay. I feel tired now. I followed it and still got it wrong. Fair, fair. Well, well, let me know if you struggle with that because it's not too bad. It's better than most things I've done, and it would have been a lot easier had I just done it that way. But I think it is time for me to call it because I'm feeling mucho tirado. I'm going to get some food and rest, but I will be back tomorrow because I definitely need to get this character done very soon. So I'll be back tomorrow for our weekend stream, and we're going to try to just power through, get the VR chat avatar done, so we can get it in the client and get it tested because there's a lot to do. And then we have to make the VTuber version. Have a good night. Thank you for the stream. Absolutely. Thank you for hanging out, Namers. Hope you have a fantastic weekend and a great rest of your Friday. We'll definitely be back soon. Same to you, Eben. Thank you for hanging out. You have a great rest of your Friday yourself. I know it's late, so enjoy the last few hours of your Friday. And we'll see you Saturday. And anyone else that's lurking out there, I hope you're all having an amazing day. Definitely hit that follow and subscribe if you're new here, because we'll be back very soon with more Avatar madness. Should be a shorter day tomorrow, and I'll try. And tomorrow we'll also do the sketch requests because I need to catch up on those, and it'll be a good day for it. Yeah. Anyway, I'll see you all very soon. Have a great rest of your day. Bye, Axes. Have a good one yourself. Bye. And please follow and subscribe if you're new. Bye, everyone. See you soon.